All right, now that you've watched the experiment, you have these 3 questions in mind. How many forces are being exerted? What are those forces? And what are the forces acting on? What we're about to do is look at the end product of the paperclip challenge. Here it is. They notice that they use the tape to hold the cup to one of the cardboard. They use the string to put the slit through. They tied the paperclip to the string. They put the smaller piece of cardboard to the top of the cup, and then they have the magnets acting on each other. So, by looking at this, we're going to keep in mind our first force. We're going to look at the magnets. So, we know that one of the first forces would be the magnetic force, the magnets acting on each other. The magnetic force is one force acting on the paperclip. But what are the 2 objects this force is acting between? We have that magnetic force. I want you to think. What is it acting on? We know that one magnet can have a magnetic force with another magnet, so that is my first answer. And then, obviously, the magnet is acting on something else. It has to be the paperclip. So, going back into your investigation notebook through Cami, you're going to record that on your first force. We know that the first force is the magnetic force. It's one of the forces acting on the paperclip. And the 2 objects that the force is acting between is a magnet and a paperclip. Now, I'm going to get you to think a little bit more. There's a second force. What is that second force? How else is that paperclip floating? What else is acting on the paperclip? If you remember correctly, you know that gravity is a force that is always acting. So, gravity is that force. Now, what is it also acting between? We know that gravity always has to act between something. I'm sitting in my chair right now. I know that gravity is pulling me to the chair, but there's something else that's happening. It's also pulling me towards the earth. So it's me and the earth. So the force is acting between the earth and the paperclip. I'm going to let you go ahead and record all this in your investigation notebook. Turn to the next slide when you have recorded this.